Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Welcome to the Raiders of the Lost Commentary podcast.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The unofficial commentary for your favorite
Get to the chopper!
and not so favorite films.
The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Starring your hosts Adam and Matt.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Start your movie in 3, 2, 1.
All right. So here comes the logo.
All right, Predator. I'm loving it.
I've only seen this movie ever once.
I think I've seen this movie at least a good 5 times.
5 times. All right. So you know way more about it than I do.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen and quoted this movie a lot.
Like I said before, I only pretty much just know the famous, what are you waiting for? Kill me.
Do it now.
Kill me.
I love John McTiernan movies.
Well, all I know is from him from Die Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard. This
Last
Action
yeah.
Hero.
Predator.
Basic was another good one with was it Kim Basinger and
yeah,
John Travolta. I just love the idea of the character of the Predator, just the fact that it's like this sort of noble hunting being that travels just like fucking shit up in the galaxy, Like there's something that would exist out there like that. Great early 1987 CGI.
it actually pretty. It
Probably
holds
models.
up. And that's the best way to do CGI because it's not CGI at all.
No.
And if you have a hard time differentiating between that and models, then I think you've done a better job than some things you see on TV or movies these days. Sometimes, of course, more low budget movies, but
Yeah.
it happens.
I love the character introduction of everyone in this movie, especially with the music. It's, I don't know, to me it sets up everything you need to know about the movie, right? Something came in from space. You got American GIs. You got this epic music. Shadowy general, right?
And now you've just ruined the movie for me.
Carl Weathers looking like a badass.
When does he not ever look like a badass?
Got Jesse the Body Ventura. I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
That's Jesse Ventura, right?
No, he's the first guy to get out of the helicopter. He used to be a wrestler, and he was a governor of Indiana.
Oh, yeah, right. The whatever you just said.
Schwarzenegger. He looks so big. The fact that he's a movie star, it baffles me. If you would say oh, we want to make this bodybuilder who can't speak English into a star. The just everything, they make his shirt red, he's smoking a cigar, so clearly he's just living life, he's the last one to get off the helicopter, so he's seen this shit before, he's not fazed by anything.
Yeah, I can see that. Also, Arnold just likes to actually smoke cigars. So
They just drive these Jeeps through the beach, through the water for no reason either. They're just, I'm driving through the beach.
We're gonna go see some dinosaurs. Oh,
They took the longest
I know.
path possible
For a bunch of in shape dudes, they're kind of lazy that way.
They could have just sauntered over. It's 10 yards. I love how John McTiernan films stuff too. You really, I don't know. I find you get a sense of the geography of a room. You really see the power dynamic they're trying to set up with the characters.
Sure. I didn't like Last Action Hero though.
Yeah, but I don't know. You can't deny that John McTiernan's
Like I said, I'm only familiar with really Die Hard, and I think you did Die Hard 3 as well.
Yeah, 1 and 3.
It's the only John McTiernan thing I know, except for Predator, but it's been so long.
The introduction to Carl Weathers' character is my favorite. I quote this so often. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Wow. And they do this like macho arm wrestle.
Arm grab wrestle.
When we did the movie, this is exactly what we were trying to do when Matt and Tim grab arms.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we're trying to reference.
Matt, you son of a bitch.
You know what's funny? Carl Weathers is huge, but he looks small compared to Arnold.
He does. Apparently in the movie, like, everybody would like wake up at 3 a.m. just work out, but Carl Weathers would work out when they weren't working out because he was just saying like, no, I'm naturally this buff, so you do it in secret.
Really?
Yeah. I was reading up on the trivia on that. Yeah.
But they all went to the same Mexican steroids dealer. The plot is very simple of this too. Just like, hey, there's like, we got to go get some dudes. It's in the jungle. You're the only bad dudes that know how to do it. You know. I mean, they lay out the plot like super quick for you too right away. Like,
yeah,
there's just like, this is what we got to do. This is what's going on. You guys are the best. So you're already like, you set up Arnold's team, like, you know.
Sure, but it's super easy to do that, especially when it comes to military operations, because that's kind of how it works. We're so used to, you know, people talking about the operation before they do anything that it's the perfect setup.
Yeah.
Perfect way to set up plot.
And then it shows a lot that he continues smoking the cigar throughout the scene, like he's been here, done that kind of thing. This helicopter thing too, like, setting up like the team, I find is awesome. You know why they just have a red light in the helicopter?
I have no idea. Why don't you tell me?
Because if you have just white light, it ruins your night vision. But if you just see one color, you can jump out of the helicopter and still be able to see out at night.
That's interesting to know. Look at all these characters setting up.
I love the little quirks too. Just like the black guy in the back, he's always shaving. If you see him in all these scenes, like that's his like go-to.
Was that Hawkins?
You know what? I have no idea. If Shane Black walked past me and asked me directions, I would have no idea.
Yeah, just Shane Black's supposed to be in this movie, but I know his name. I just don't know what
Hawkins in the movie.
So we'll wait till they say Hawkins. We're like, okay, that's Shane Black.
This movie's like 30 years old too, so
it's true.
This is getting better by the minute. This is my Arnold impersonations.
But at least in this one, as opposed to a lot of Arnold movies, I find sometimes they do a bad job of making him like American with like a, you know, at least this time he's called Dutch, and I think he's got like a European last name as well. Oh no! See, yeah, the guy with the glasses is. So what's happening right now? Hawkins is telling a joke, and Shane Black's the one who actually came up with
the joke.
The joke, yeah. Well, he was helping a lot with the script at the time. Because
he's like a writer, and then he wrote Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, pretty much. He was working on the movie that he did with the Wayne and Bruce Willis.
That's a great line. Bunch of slack-jawed faggots. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Just fun, you know, joking around in the helicopter. It's a very long helicopter scene.
It's like back in the day too, when if you wanted to film 2 helicopters, you needed 3 helicopters to put a camera in one, right?
No such thing as drones back then.
No, or CGI to pass for it. Jesse Ventura had that like story like sort of recently where like that's famous sniper guy Chris Kyle that Clint Eastwood made the movie about.
Yeah, American Sniper.
Yeah, he like Chris Kyle like said that he knocked out Jesse Ventura.
Really?
Yeah, but it never happened, so Jesse Ventura sued him.
Wow.
Yeah, because Jesse Ventura is also a ranger or a Green Beret, which is like super super high up like military.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. He's actually interesting to listen to, and he was like governor of a state, and
So you're saying there's 2 governors in this movie?
yeah, right.
Part of the same
like
team.
The governor of. I actually didn't think of that.
That's funny. So here we go. I really don't remember this movie one bit.
No,
Nothing at all. Not a clue.
Hawkins, you're up.
See, I told you, Hawkins was the glasses
The guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah. So that's what he looked like 30 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I wonder. Hopefully, his Predator movie is going to be really good. This one, I'd say, is like the standard. The second one with Danny Glover,
I haven't seen that one.
it's pretty good. I mean, it's like the Predator on the streets of L.A.
Right. I heard like it helps shape like what the Predator is.
Yeah.
In the later.
Yeah, it shows more of like the honor thing and like that they've been around for a lot longer.
I think the first ever Predator movie I saw was Alien vs Predators.
Yeah, the one that the director from Mortal Kombat directed. Same director.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first AVP.
Paul Anderson? Paul
Yeah.
W.S. Anderson?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one. But again, I saw it when I was like at 13. And I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I think I liked it too when I watched it the first time.
I feel like that's a lot of the problem with movies sometimes is if you liked it as a kid and you rewatch it, that nostalgia holds up.
Yeah.
Especially like I like Batman and Robin.
Like the one with Val Kilmer.
That one's also great. No, I'm talking about the one with Clooney.
Clooney, that's like the worst piece
I know, and I enjoy
garbage
watching
water.
it. I enjoy it because I enjoyed it as a kid because it almost is just a kid's movie.
It's worse than a kids movie. It's more like it's like what they make fun of a kids movie in Russia.
In Russia.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, certain movies, you know, they obviously wouldn't hold up if I was going to watch them for brand new as an adult.
After like Christopher Nolan's Batman, and then you see that.
True, but I also didn't see that before. I
That's
did
true.
see it as before the Christopher Nolan movies, and I really liked Batman and Robin, but I loved Batman Forever, which is I was also a Jim Carrey fan at the time, so
Right.
I still am a little bit. Okay, so what's happening in the scene?
We're off topic here. So they found the helicopter. They're now looking into it to see what's going on.
I feel like that helicopter's not holding up with all these big dudes climbing on top of it.
No, a
some
bit of blood. It's in the helicopter. Things didn't go so great here. All the wiring's ripped out. I love the drums.
Yeah, the
bongos.
drums happening in the background.
It shows like I don't know. It like creates like a weird tension. So they're like looking into stuff. The other thing about this movie, I know they had this giant thermal imaging camera for whenever the Predator sees. So like you can actually apparently see stuff, and they couldn't have anything around like when they were shooting because it would just see through.
Just pop it.
Yeah, it would see through everything, right? So like you couldn't even have a grip hiding behind a tree. Or like the Ninja Turtles movie, like the guy hiding behind the table.
Yeah. That guy right there in the movie. I don't know what his name is.
That plays Billy.
Yeah, Sonny Landham. Apparently, they wouldn't insure the movie unless they had a bodyguard, essentially protecting everybody else from this guy because he had a tendency of like violence.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I was reading up on.
So he would like fight people for no reason?
Apparently, the insurance wouldn't insure the movie unless they put someone kind of just bodyguarding him so that he wouldn't hurt anybody.
The black guy, Bill Duke, who's shaving all the time.
Yeah.
He also has like a great role in another Arnold movie. What is the other Arnold movie has a great role in?
It's got a lot of movies, Arnold, so just pick one.
It's
want me to just start naming them? Commando.
Yeah, it's that one.
Oh, wow, first pick, not bad.
Yeah. He's just got this Uzi and he shows up in a dump truck or a garbage truck. This doesn't work, by the way. This like where you like cut the tree and like drink from it.
Yeah, what is he trying to drink from?
I don't know, like it's just a branch. Like you just cut a branch. I think like some grip rigged this up with something. I know, because I spent many a time in my backyard hacking trees with machetes.
Yeah, but you weren't in the jungle hacking trees.
It was close enough, Ontario.
Cornwall area.
The only thing I got was poison ivy.
From in your mouth? Like you drank poison ivy?
Well, no, there's no water. I didn't drink anything.
Oh, well, what I mean is you tried to put poison
I think
ivy.
I drank deer piss.
There's a liquid. It doesn't taste very good, but...
So this guy is like the Native American that's supposed to be able to like hunt and track stuff.
That's Billy?
Better. Yeah. Then he finds this guy.
Oh.
This is pretty like gory for... I guess it's rated R, right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely rated R. So he just found like a bunch of... I guess skinned people hanging upside down. It's not too bad. I mean, they do that in a bunch of movies. I guess 87's not that.
But it was back like they wouldn't put that in a movie now. Like
Of
I don't
course
think
they would. That?
I don't know. There's not as much rated R like goodness like there used to be, and animal cruelty too. Kicking that bird.
Yeah, obviously animal cruelty wasn't
That
as...
bird would have to be CGI now. Like there'd be like...
Well, it's like watching any kind of like old epic movies where horses are just flying and falling down. You're just like, man, those horses are all like dead after that shot. Like they probably shot a bunch of horses because they all broke their legs and stuff.
It's true. It's brutal.
It's pretty bad.
I knew these men. The Green Berets are full brag.
Is it Inhuman? I feel like Inhuman. I mean, people have skinned other people.
Yeah, I think it's ironic that the Native American guy finds the skinned people because they used to do that. They used to
scalp
people.
them. It's not the same thing. I mean, you could survive a scalping.
I don't know, maybe you, bro, but not me.
Well, you got nice, luscious hair, so they might just take
I might
the whole
lose
thing.
my luscious hair. I'm calling quits.
Yeah.
What else do I got after that?
You got nothing to live for.
Impress him with my looks? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think you could pull off the bald, skinned head. Oh, man, that brings a whole new feeling to, like, a skinhead.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. So they're like, there's no tracks. Nobody knows where the people went. It's like they just disappeared.
No, you just...
And that scares Arnold because he's like, he already knows where. He already like usually knows this guy can find shit.
Like, how far into the movie? Like, they've already... See, that gun right there is not an actual... Like, that gun does not exist in real life for portability.
No, it actually, it's like, I think you can take it out. Like, you can actually hold it if you're as big as Schwarzenegger or Jesse the Body. But
that's not even true. They rigged it. They rigged it on, like, so it was actually holding, I think, off strings or cables.
Oh, really? In Terminator?
Well, I mean, in this movie.
Because it's mounted in an Apache helicopter usually.
Yeah, it's held off like that, but I don't think you can actually full on like take it off the helicopter and just use it. Like it had to be rigged specifically for this movie so the guy can use it.
Really, eh? Well, maybe them, but I'd be able to carry it. So yeah, these like thermal imaging shots. They actually had to like shoot that practically. Like that was on a crane, because I guess that thermal imaging camera was like the size of like a VW bus or something.
Man, that's crazy. But you'd think that they would have been able to kind of CG it.
No, not back then. Back then it was easier to just bring a thermal imaging camera.
Yeah, I guess. But can you just like, and you imagine nowadays in certain movies like how easy certain things are.
I don't know. Like even now, like you can buy thermal imaging like adapters.
Sure, but let's put it this thing, like it's way easier and I think way more practical to just do CG at this point, especially for something like this. It's not even.
Yeah.
Man, this what is that? The Bill guy, Bill Duke playing Mac.
Yeah, Bill Duke. He's I don't know. He's such a badass. It makes Carl Weathers look like a bitch. And like Carl Weathers is so badass, especially in like Rocky and stuff, you know?
Wait, he's Apollo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apollo
okay.
Creed.
Yeah, okay.
I love this like crawl that Arnold does. It just makes me laugh. I don't know why. It would make so much noise. They want to be silent. If you ever like went into leaves,
especially those leaves look very dry.
it would sound like he's rolling over Captain Crunch.
They do that a lot in movies where like they're trying to be quiet and they're clearly like if in real life would not be a quiet situation.
No, not at all.
And yet they're like getting past it, no sound whatsoever. And yeah, this is what it feels like in this situation. So at this point, what they're guessing that these gorillas are the ones who've been killing off their men and skinning them.
And I think there's like POWs in the camp, so they're like, let's go here.
Arnold's in charge because he's the one with the striped face.
But another thing I love about McTiernan, like he sets the scene up perfectly, right? Shows you like the geography, sets up these bad guys as bad people, right? They just executed a white guy, so an American.
Very well done though.
So like you're like, okay, it sets it up. It's okay to kill these guys in a second, right? But he sets up the whole geography of that area, right?
So that it comes back later.
So that whenever you watch the action scene, it's not disorienting. Whereas like, I don't know, I find like a lot of stuff today, like Batman v Superman or something like that, you know?
Where are we?
Yeah, you don't know where you are. Or like Transformers, like they're just fighting and you don't know what's going on.
Okay, yeah, I completely understand with that. But is that maybe just John McTiernan, or is that maybe just a movie of its time and that understood what the hell,
I don't know,
how to frame something?
I know he's talked a lot about the geography of a scene is very important to him, and the way like making it make sense for the audience is important.
Yeah, you got to establish where you are. You need those establishments.
Oh no, a tripwire. Jesse the Body Ventura. He's going to make sure there's no tripwires and save 30,000 gallons of water at his home in Mexico. He's also a prepper for the end of the world now.
Is he?
Yeah, he has a home in Mexico where he preps for the end of the world.
Oh, see, now I understand that joke.
Other people that know him will know that. The fun thing about this movie I love with the music too is that it sounds like Back to the Future because it's the same composer. It's got that same whimsical. Yeah. Just like
ends on those high little notes. Yeah.
And I can't help but like picture Marty McFly also with Arnold being like, "You saying there's a predator in the jungle?"
See, that's the Predator movie I want to see. Marty McFly versus
the Doc
the Predator.
versus the Predator.
Oh man.
They just keep going back in time to try and save themselves.
Yeah. In the end, there's like 100 of them just trying to kill the Predator.
I love this truck. It's like turned into a generator. And Arnold, like, he has this whole plan. Oh, it's turned into a well. And he has this whole plan like, wait. I'm going to put some C4 in this thing. And then, like, just, like, send it on its way.
I feel like, couldn't he have just put it on a timer?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
He put it on a timer. And he lifts it up.
Well, it's established that this man means business and he is freaking strong.
It's a good distraction. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got a remote to blow it up.
Oh, okay. There we go. See, it's not so stupid now that I look at it.
They're throwing grenades.
Those are powerful grenades. Hot damn. Everything explodes in bad guys' camps. Like,
There's people on fire.
You ever notice that, like, just there's always so much explosive things in camps when it comes to bad guys?
It's the only way you can really show, like, action and danger.
Yeah, if this was in, like, real life, there would be, like, barely... Even a grenade barely actually even creates a fiery explosion.
Well, it's just...
Like, boom! Look at this. Look at this
I love
house.
when people fly through the air, too. That was a great shot.
Man, look at that gun.
The gun would actually turn people into cottage cheese.
Oh yeah, even the gun itself, they actually had to slow it down because it was going so fast that the camera couldn't see the actual turning of it. So I think they slowed it to like a third of its actual speed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Look at you learning stuff.
I know. That's what IMDb trivia does for you.
There's an art to an extra, like, or a stunt guy getting shot in a movie. I feel like it's something that people don't fully know how to do until you've, like, tried to get your friend to pretend to get shot. And they, like, get shot, but then they put their hand down for when they fall.
Yeah, you
something.
gotta commit of just being like, it's that reaction of the body and then full on dropping and hopefully not, cracking your head on a rock when you fall, which is what almost happened to me the last time. Remember we were doing the Awesome Force and then
you almost died.
I almost died.
I would have left you there too. That guy, see, he sold it.
Yeah, it's not like those old school westerns were terrible for that. They had that like reaction that was so bad. At least to me, anytime I watch those
Jim
old westerns.
Carrey in The Mask when he was supposed to get shot.
Ooh, ooh. Maybe not to that extent, but still, man, that gun is just awesome. Hey, look, the one building that didn't blow up.
It's weird they all have different guns, too. Like, they're all just like, yeah, we bring whatever we want.
Are they mercenaries? Is that what they are?
No, I think they're, like, special forces. Like,
okay.
They're, like...
Then, yeah, you'd think, like,
a
special team would all carry kind of the same...
They're, like, SEAL Team 6 or something,
okay, right.
Like they would go kill
See, look at all these explosive
things. We're gonna go kill
things.
Osama bin Laden.
Like, how did that... How, like, he's shooting the barrels, and the barrels don't explode there. It's very inconsistent with these exploding barrels.
That was a great sound effect. And the classic line, stick around.
Apparently, I don't know if that's real or not, but apparently he came up with that on the fly.
Maybe. Knock, knock. It's got such great lines.
It's a mixture of... Because what is this classified at? Like a horror?
I think it's just like an adventure or an action.
But I find it starts off like it's a military movie, and it's not like a really like serious movie either. It's very fun, and then it kind of turns into a sci-fi horror like halfway through when you meet the Predator.
Yeah, I would say sci-fi is a good bet to say on it. There's a great supercut of just all of the Mac of this movie. They like tear through these guys like they're just like butter, right? So like it's a great like setup of like, I don't know, these guys are like serious.
Yeah, you show them like, yeah, exactly. These guys are good. They mean business. They shoot to kill kind of thing is what you're trying to do. That's what we're establishing.
This is a great line. The I ain't got time to bleed. You ever played Duke Nukem back in the day?
Yeah.
I'm like, it took me a while because I played Duke Nukem before I watched a lot of these action movies.
Sure.
That I didn't know that Duke Nukem just stole all those lines.
Yeah, they're like even the chewing bubblegum one comes from another movie.
Yeah, They Live.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's They Live.
Yes, yeah.
It had
But all they did-
Roddy Piper in it.
Exactly, the Roddy Piper. All they did was just switch the lines for Duke Nukem.
It's great. There's like, I don't know. I love Duke Nukem. I wish they would have made a Duke Nukem movie. Wouldn't that have been the
But that would have just been any 80s action movie.
Yeah, no. That's what that's the meta thing of it. Like that's what
It's essentially a movie based on a video game based on movies of what it's supposed to be. So you need John McTiernan to come back and make a Duke Nukem live action movie with like a bunch of wrestlers from the today.
Right.
Well, I mean, The Rock would still work.
The Rock would have to play Duke Nukem now, right?
Give him like the blonde hair. Oh, God.
That'd be great.
That'd be horribly awesome.
But if you do it like tongue in cheek, like Duke Nukem,
you've got to. There's no way you make a serious like Christopher Nolan directs Duke Nukem. It won't work.
Tom Hardy is Duke Nukem.
I'm Duke Nukem.
Was it Marianne Cottrand or whatever? She would be like the Duke Nukem babe.
It's the weirdest film ever.
Cillian Murphy is the general.
Still not as bad as that Duke Nukem game that came out not too long ago. Well,
yeah,
it's been what now? 10 years almost?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Way to make me feel old.
They're still there.
All right, so they're still at this camp. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They're getting distracted. They find this girl there. She's like, I don't know. She's been in the shit. She might be a hostage,
or she might be a good person or a bad person. We don't know.
Yeah.
Back to the Predator.
Seen the Predator version.
So you're saying this is all actual?
It's practical.
That's so cool.
Everything is pretty well practical in this film. I think there's a few like rotoscope CGI stuff for the lasers and whatnot.
That's the great thing about those movies, classic action movies, or just classic any 80s movies, is, I mean, the CG wasn't available. If you ever seen like the Last Starfighter? Oh, God.
No, I've never seen that.
The CG in it is absolutely horrifying. Therefore, it doesn't really hold up these days when watching it. Whereas this thing, even the spaceship at the beginning, you know, I can believe it because of the fact that it is a model. Mm-hmm. It's less noticeable. Or even if it is a model, like, I don't know, it feels more real. Practical usually feels more real. And that's what I hate about the Expendables movie. Because
See this? He's like, Mac is seeing the shit in the trees. Or is he? Nope. It's just a scorpion. That's a good thing. The little ones are the dangerous ones, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I heard from... it's the one thing I learned from Indiana Jones.
I'd be so thankful, like, if somebody saved me from a scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, shit, man.
I almost died.
I'm going to name my firstborn after you.
What was his name again? Duke? No, that's his actual name.
His name's
Mac. Yeah, Mac. Mac would make a nice kid.
This is like this joke he tells, like, she's got a big pussy. Geez, you got a big pussy. It's the Echo. It's just like as a kid, I watched this at like probably like 12. I was just like,
did you go around and actually tell that joke to people?
At 12, I was like, geez, these things must be big then.
So this movie gave you a false...
And then I was just like, got my work cut out for me.
So this movie essentially just gave you this false representation of what a vagina's size was.
And how big my arms had to be, clearly.
Yeah, if anything, it just means, adults are just supposed to be buff, right? Like, that's a rule of thumb.
I forgot what I was going to say.
He's still concentrating on that joke.
Shane Black doing it again. Hopefully that's the new Predator movie. It's just all just bad jokes like that.
But see, like, I feel like he's got the best bet to actually making a decent Predator movie.
Yeah, did you like Iron Man 3?
I did. enjoyed
liked it too. I know it got some backlash, but I thought it was great.
He did The Nice Guys as well, eh?
That was amazing.
I haven't seen it yet. I really enjoyed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
It's very much in that same vein.
Lethal Weapon. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. This one's a lot of fun because so I don't think the Predator movie will take itself too seriously, because I feel like this movie pretty much started off as a joke of what if Rambo went against E.T. was essentially the original premise.
Yeah,
for
I think
this
that's what it
movie.
was, right? Like it started as a versus movie.
Pretty much.
We see the Predator vision. We see his hand for the first time. And he's got a scorpion in his hand.
So you grab that scorpion.
Yeah, he doesn't know what it is. It's like I think it's like foreshadowing, just like they kill the bug very easily, but the Predator is going to kill them like a bug.
Oh,
see that?
See that? I like that.
That's why I'm the writer and you're the actor.
I'm just gonna leave now.
I've had my sandwich and I'm leaving.
It was a good sandwich. Obviously, people listening to this don't know that I had a sandwich until now.
I'm just gonna assume you had a sandwich every time. Then.
I'm fat. If anybody doesn't know who I am,
that should be your catchphrase. Like Cartman, screw you guys, I'm going home. I've had my sandwich and I'm going home.
I like that.
Yeah.
Looking around.
Did you know Jean-Claude Van Damme was supposed to be the Predator?
Yeah, I know. Didn't they film something with him too?
Yeah, I think he's was on board. He's heard that the name of the movie was The Predator, and he was going to be the Predator, and so he was totally on board. But then once he found out that no one was going to see his face, he just didn't want to do it. I think they wanted to do I don't know when Aliens was filmed.
79? No, Aliens.
Yeah, but I
think around that time. I think 86 or 85, right before.
I think they wanted to do the same thing, like how what's his name there wanted the aliens to have he wanted them to be dancers inside the suit so they can move around, really,
right?
Kind of creepy and weird.
Sure. Like contortionists almost?
Yeah, just so they move different from everyone else.
Yeah.
Cameron.
Didn't they isn't the Jean-Claude Van Damme, because he's short too.
Yeah, I guess, but they make he can make people look tall.
Sure, but he's 5'9", whereas the guy that plays the Predator in here is actually 7 feet something.
Yeah, it helps when you have a tall guy.
Definitely,
but
helps.
Filming tall people, it's actually kind of hard.
Because you got to frame them.
Yeah, you got to frame them different. Because we filmed Harley that one time. It's hard to frame him, but it's easier to frame a short person as tall, right?
Because you just put a box on.
When we filmed Colin, yeah, you just shoot him from an angle, an upward angle, and they look huge. And then I film you, who's 6 foot, at just a little bit down, and it makes Colin look taller than you.
Unless you have a crane, then you can just shoot tall people.
But instead, I just have, anyways. It's doable, but...
I'm just saying, I think the point of this movie wasn't they were really thinking about the shots. They were more thinking, let's have a very dominant, giant thing.
Do you think the Predator was originally supposed to do, a bunch of kicks? Like Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I don't think so. I don't know what the original suit looked like, but they kind of cheaped out on the original suit for the Predator.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to spend too much, and then I think it turned out like crap. So then they spent almost $2 million or 1.5.
Who made the original Predator suit?
I just read up on him. It's escaping me right now. I'm not sure.
Let's look it up on the internet. Original Predator suit for sale. You want to buy one?
I don't want to buy it.
Some guy selling it on online.
But we know it's the original, or just
According to this guy on this website, you want to buy it? Give me your credit card.
What? No, those are my pockets, Adam. Adam, get out of there.
You can buy a alien hunter cannon prop for $500. Do you need that?
Not right now, but you never know when those things might be
Is
useful.
that a Predator fidget spinner?
It does kind of look like a fidget spinner. I don't understand fidget spinners.
Neither do I.
Like, I
I'm
understand
too
that the
old.
premise of where it came from, like what the original intent was, but I don't understand like why it's like the new Pogs. Then again, I don't even understand why the Pogs was the Pogs back in the day.
Bro, you don't even know about Pogs.
Oh, I know about Pogs. I had Pogs. I mean, I was always behind fads like Pogs or Pokemon. I came up like a year after everything was so
I'm not even
good.
talking about Predator anymore. They're in the jungle. They're looking for something, and
They were doing a
Billy.
lot of that, dude. I mean,
they were just kind of in the jungle hanging
yeah,
out.
a lot of walking about. Like, we'll start talking more about the movie, and the Predator really just comes out. And,
Yeah, you talk to the people. I'm getting a drink.
oh man, see, this is gonna be a consistent thing, isn't it? Like last time with the Mortal Kombat movie, he leaves and has to pee. Now he's getting a drink, which of course is just gonna lead to him peeing later on in the movie. So right now they're just in the forest. They're looking all kind of not scared, but just. I wouldn't say scared, but they're just. Do they know that what's out there?
No, they have no idea what's going on. They think they're just being cautious. Oh,
Okay,
she's giving
good.
them the smiley eyes. Giving them the smiley eyes.
As you can see, she's smiling a lot because her face is really red, according
That's
to the
the
Predator's
Predator.
face.
The Predator vision can also zoom in like Call of Duty, like when you turn
Oh, yeah.
on like the sniper. I've never played Call of Duty, but I've
Yes.
seen a lot of GIFs on the internet.
Saw a lot of presents.
Presents, gifts.
Gifts.
Oh, smacked him with
she
a stick.
smacked him in the face. It was a trick. The smile was fake. The smile was fake.
And she's going running now. This is also where you sort of learn a bit about the Predator, like what, like he doesn't hurt the innocent, you know. Like he fights
Hunt like he fights something to be
that can
like an
kill
actual
him.
prey.
Yeah, like she's clearly a hostage. She's like
Yeah.
in danger, so.
He just lets her go.
Mm-hmm. This guy's about to get jacked.
See,
About to
like
get jacked.
I thought they knew about the Predator. I must have missed something. That's what I thought was happening.
No, they have no
They
idea
were
what
just
they're
really,
fighting.
really cautious.
No,
Is essentially what it was.
we have no idea what they're gonna fight.
Oh, and
Shane Black saying please. This is the first time we actually get to see the Predator.
that's the end of Shane Black.
It's great cutting because like you just see like that he's sort of like invisible somehow. You see blood spurt and then this go into the bush. I mean that's pretty good effects for the day. I really don't know how they did.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they did the Predator thing. I do know.
I mean you can just move some bushes and then just have like kind of like a
Yeah, but
an
no, that's
optical
like
effect
full
in post.
on. Like it almost looks like it's like that mirror effect.
Right, but you could just like reference, like film somebody walk through the bushes. Okay, we need these three leaves to move at this angle. Film that, and then you get like the post production them to just like I don't know refract it in a humanoid
Yeah.
shape.
I do know that like I think it's the military, but they kind of they were looking at like invisibility,
Like a ghillie
like
suit?
camouflage.
Like a ghillie suit, like what the
And-
snipers wear.
Well, just essentially something reflecting of what's like in the back. So it photographs or whatever what's behind you and shows it in front of you.
Right, like that James Bond car in that really bad James Bond movie.
in that James Bond car, exactly. And apparently it was inspired by the Predator 1 and 2 movies.
Super sad. Roger Moore died recently, eh?
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died like last week, 2 weeks ago. So.
Wow, I did not. Man, like if Facebook doesn't tell me if someone dies, I usually don't find out. So that's terrible that Roger Moore. Like Facebook has failed me because nobody cares about Roger Moore on Facebook apparently.
Dude, I found out like I was filming this house and they had BBC radio on.
Yeah.
And they're like the Manchester bombings and police are telling people to send in any whatever dash cam footage they have. In other news, like James Bond actor Roger Moore has passed away. I was like, no!
I mean, it's terrible that he's dead.
He's
I mean,
89. He had a good.
He lived for a while, but
he went before Connery.
He did.
Yeah,
he
Connery
did.
outliving them.
But is Connery older or younger?
He's up in his 90s, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Roger Moore was never my favorite James Bond actor. I did appreciate the role he did in Cannonball Run, where he pretty much just plays a version of.
You ever seen
Bond.
The Quest? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, I don't think so.
It was like a ripoff of, a version of that other movie where he just has to fight in a tournament. Like they just made two.
Bloodsport?
Yeah, it's like two different versions. Anyway, so back to Predator. They found Shane Black. He's all torn apart. His guts all over the place, but you can't find the body. Spanish girl's really scared right now.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you be? Something invisible just stabbed this dude, ripped him to shreds, and pulled him out, and then pulled him away from her. I'd be freaked out.
Yeah, more reasons to build that wall, bro.
That's horrible.
I know.
We do not condone building walls of any kind. We don't believe in walls anywhere.
Speak for yourself. Snake. It's very Jungle Book.
It's very Rocky at this point right now. Like it's no, sorry, not Rocky. It's very Rambo.
Yeah, when he's in the jungle.
Yeah, well, because don't they later on in the movie like start using spears and things like that?
Yeah, they sort of do a bit of that later on, but and then they crane up and they show again John McTiernan showing his skills like
the love you have for this guy.
Well, yeah, this guy like the Predator is able to hide in plain sight, right? That's kind of what they're showing you, right? Like the leader, like Schwarzenegger, is like walking around and
clearly he missed him because he was
clearly
just right
missed
there.
something. And there's Shane Black.
Damn, Shane. Damn.
He's all torn up, dude. Jesse the Body Ventura going through the bush here with this big thing of ammo. He fought in Vietnam, apparently. And he was in like a biker gang after when he came back.
So this guy's just...
He's lived a life.
Is he wearing an MTV shirt?
I believe so. I saw Music Television.
Oh! What just happened?
So he got shot with a laser.
That was really well done. Like, honestly, it looked really cool.
Shot with the laser right through the thing.
Like, laser in the neck, then laser through his chest. I thought he lasted way longer than that.
And then you can sort of see it. Max sees the thing, right?
Yeah, see, I think it's it's well done. Like, it's an easier, I mean...
He says sergeant there. I've always thought he said contact. When he yells that sergeant thing, when I've watched this movie a good 10 times, I've always thought he said contact. Because that's usually what Army guys say, right? When they get into a firefight, they say contact.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Okay, like one person starts shooting, now they're just all
they
shooting
all just
in that
like
same
shoot in
direction.
Like there's no restraint.
No. Someone's got to reload these guns. Come on now. Holy crap.
You would just like basically cut down the forest.
I mean, you can tell in this, I mean, it's showing like really cool scene of just them shooting a bunch of stuff, but you can tell they're like scared, of course, because of the fact that they're...
He's scared. He's really scared.
Muck!
Oh, he's just holding the trigger down too.
Is that what we can hear? Is that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still trying to fire. He's scared. He's spooked.
Oh, yeah. Sweet gun.
They don't know what they're firing at. They actually just cut down the forest.
Like, I feel like they're pretty much out of ammo at this point, no?
How much ammo did they bring?
I don't know, but that was a lot of ammo. We're just
They're
wasted
just like
right
wasting
there.
it.
A crap ton.
Arnold flexes. I don't know if he just has that big of an arm, or if he's just constantly.
Well, he lost like 25 pounds just for the movie, just so he could be like lean and cut.
Because he's too big.
Yeah, he felt he was too much of like too much bodybuilder. Jesus, look at that hole in
Jesse
Ventura's
body.
chest.
It's a great like practical effect too.
Yeah, I mean, and all you see is the chest, so you don't even have to show the head, and people be like, "Oh, the head looks so fake." But I mean, the chest is what the most believe in. It's a good angle right there. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good shot. Mac, what did you see, Mac?
Water, like sweat beating off his forehead.
That's probably just real. Like they shot in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Their camp was.
It's true.
Like had scorpions and snakes. I know when they're in the river scene, like that river is just it's full of leeches and shit like that. Yeah, like they full on went to the jungle and shot in there.
I think I read Arnold's. Well, not read. I listened to Arnold's biography. Like I got it on Audible.
Right.
It was like it was on Audible, and it's like first 5 chapters read by Schwarzenegger himself. I'm like, sold.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think he went and did Mr. Olympia after this movie. It was after or before.
Okay.
For like
I know during the filming of this movie, he got married. So
yeah, he proposed to the blood of the predator. It's on the leaf, and it's glowing.
Yeah,
That's another great practical effect too, right? Like getting that glowing blood.
Yeah. Then they, I think they used like glow stick.
That would make sense.
Glow stick and KY jelly is what I.
Oh no, that's what you use.
What I saw. That's what I use
make it
to
glow.
make sandwiches. No, what? I'm just gonna make a sandwich. I'm just gonna eat my sandwich and get out of here.
No, it's kind of cool. Like just simple practical effects.
Yeah, because you could have CG'd the glowiness of it, but why? Just crack open a glow stick.
So now they're setting up tripwires and a bunch of.
But Predator's too smart for that. Does he have a name? Like, do they have a name?
Jeff.
I don't mean the specific Predator himself. I just mean like the alien type. Like,
I think
do
they're
we
just
ever
called
know?
Predators.
Okay.
I mean, like aliens are just called aliens, right? Like in the alien mythos, right?
Are they?
They're just They
never classify them as a specific type of.
Maybe in Alien 4, like it wasn't Alien 4, didn't that like have them as like they're trying to breed with them and do a bunch of weird stuff?
And then she's a clone or something.
Yeah, she's like a hybrid.
It's weird. Alien 4 is weird.
I didn't hate it when I saw it.
It's a prison movie?
No, that's 3.
No, that's 3. No, okay, then I did not like 4. I like 3 then.
Yeah, you like the one that
where they go to like the space jail.
Fincher did, right? That was Fincher.
Yeah, Fincher.
It's like his first movie he directed. Mac is like super bummed that Jesse the Body Ventura died.
Well, I mean, you saw the way he shot those guns. Why wouldn't you be sad if your friend has a giant hole cavity in his chest cavity?
He's gonna leave that flask with him, but that's a pretty cool flask. I would have been.
It's a very sweet. Is it Mac's flask?
I don't know whose flask it is, but I would maybe take that home. There might still be booze in there.
I'm pretty sure there still was booze in there. But then again, with flask in movies, it's hard to know. They're literally like bringing the flask 90 degrees, and the next scene you can hear it sloshing around.
Right. If you ever drank from a flask, though, it's really hard to get the liquid out.
That's true.
Oh, look at this. The Predator.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that there's like KY jelly there. I'm very familiar with KY jelly, so.
This is really great. Just this like shot. You get to see the Predator, all of his like kit and stuff, like all his things.
I mean, in this movie, I mean, they establish right off the bat, like, if you're watching this movie for the first time and don't really know anything about it, like, right early on, the first thing you see is the spaceship coming to Earth.
So you know they got some next level shit. But just the fact that he's got this, like, I don't know, like, in the field, like, I don't know, kit to, like, repair himself, right?
But it also shows that it's not just, well, that's the first time you see the Predator's face.
True. And you see him in pain, so you know, obviously, like, the classic line, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Like, so you know that he can be hurt, right? Mm-hmm. It's a good setup for, like the villain for the movie, right?
Yeah, you don't see that very often where, especially like in sci-fi movies or really any movies where the monster bleeds so easily.
Exactly. And then in a way that makes it more dangerous, right? Like, because, like,
it's got something to lose.
Exactly. Like, a villain that just, like, it's unbeatable. It's almost not fair, but a villain that's I don't know, like, on the almost the same playing field.
Yeah,
but
same
just a
playing
bit above.
field, with better technology maybe, but it, has something to lose. Is trying to survive.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes it better. It, like, I don't know, like a lot of superhero movies now, it's just like
let's
the
just
hero
throw
can't
CG at the bad guy.
Well, like, the hero can't be beat, and or like the bad guy can't be beat, and then they get beat. But I don't know.
Sometimes, yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it just feels like this thing is way too big. I know what you mean. Yeah. At least this brings down the playing field where it's a very simple villain. I mean, he's pretty much just like a normal human being. He bleeds like them. He's got the same kind of physical type.
So they're kind of spooked now. They don't know what they're fighting.
Well, they're still just scrambling about, trying to figure out.
So they're asking the Spanish girl, who's had enough time in between of getting blood on her face, to put eyeliner on and take her bra off.
Come on, Billy.
There's like,
spit it out.
There's that one line there where he's like, "You know something. What is it?" It's just like, it's like some of them, like, a lot of this movie has bad acting, but that one line for me, it always stood out as like, oh, I'm watching a movie.
As compared to,
I don't know. Sometimes I get lost in the magic of a movie.
But then, okay, I gotcha. And then eventually it pulls you right back in it pulls you out when bad acting shows.
I mean, I can easily get lost in any kind of garbage of a movie, but I once met this guy, like, it was at, like, I don't know, a bonfire, like, it was a friend of my girlfriend's, and his name was Dylan. And so the first thing I said to him was like, "Dylan, you son of a bitch."
Did he understand?
And then he never saw Predator, so I was like, "Oh, I'm just this asshole now calling you a son of a bitch." I was like, "Well, watch the movie."
That's just what you told him. Like, I don't understand. Don't worry, just watch the movie. Now you'll understand why I was an asshole.
Mac's going crazy now that his friend's gone.
I mean, it's understandable in one point, but then the other, they're supposed to be like top of the top, seeing the worst shit possible.
Just getting heat stroke. He's clearly sweating way too much. He is
sweating a lot. There's a lot of sweat glistening off his head.
When he goes crazy later in the movie, it's like, I think it's right. Is it right now?
I don't know.
Mac,
where are you? Mac!
There's so many Macs. Mac
and cheese. Come on, bro.
Dinner.
Come on.
And then he just stabs this thing.
Oh, right. It
ends up being a boar, which actually a wild boar is actually very dangerous.
Yeah. It kills things. You wouldn't think that, Pumbaa would kill a bunch of things, but
no,
Pumbas are dangerous.
Warthog's even more dangerous.
Yeah. I don't know the difference between a warthog and what is that?
A boar.
A boar.
A boar and a pig are the same thing. That can grow tusks.
A pig can grow tusks?
Yeah.
Like an actual, just a like bacon.
Cute pig that you see at the farm could be feral and grow tusks.
Why does it not?
If it doesn't need to.
Really? So it adapts to its environment.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Next time I see pigs, I'm just going to be mean to them. See what happens.
They might adapt.
They might adapt. I won't actually do that. I'm not going to be mean to pigs. I'm just going to eat them when they're dead. Like, I'm going to cook, like, bacon. It's a
I
bacon.
got some wild boar bacon the other day. It was fucking great, dude.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I don't know if you're kidding me right now.
No, I'm serious. You can
Full
go to,
on
like, the
boar
market-
bacon?
Yeah, wild boar bacon. You can buy it at the market thing.
What does it taste like compared to bacon?
Think of like the best, fattiest, saltiest, crispiest thing you can. He's closing his eyes.
I'm closing my eyes and nodding. I would totally put that in a sandwich and walk away.
Speak in a lower tone. The best, fattiest,
Meatiest, baconist, crispiest thing you've ever put in your mouth.
Okay, Arnold's spooked now that he's looking around. He's realizing the predator is using the trees.
Which, of course, is huge, because now they kind of know where
trees
he's
are
hiding.
huge.
That's not what I meant.
Now Arnold is like berating the woman like John Wayne would in like an old Western.
Or, Sean Connery, early James Bond. What did you do?
It's true.
We're romantic. We're romantic. Yeah, just watching those old James Bond movies are horrible.
Now you find out that this woman knows English too, and like really good English.
Did they say anything about that?
No,
I don't think they mentioned anything about like really you spoke English this whole time? Come on. Here's a knife, Anna.
I don't know.
His accent's not that bad in this movie. You'd think it'd be worse. Like you'd
No,
think it would have
you know
gotten
what?
better over time, but
You know what it is? He plays it up. He's actually like very articulate. Do you think like someone like that could like marry a Kennedy and become governor without being smart?
I'm not. Doesn't mean having an accent means you're not smart, Adam. Is that what you're trying to say? Accent people are not smart.
No, I just mean the fact that like he trained it out of his system when he first came to America. Because I read his book. Did you read his book?
I did not read his book.
Well, who knows something you don't?
So you're saying you're smarter than me because you read his book?
Smarter than you about Arnold.
Okay. See, now they're pulling some Rambo shit right here.
Dude, if you could pull down a tree with
Yeah.
a rope like that, that's some serious P90X.
She's not doing anything. Anna's just kind of. You got like a bunch of big ass
She's
dudes.
bringing some of that jungle rope.
Classic jungle rope. It just looks like rope.
I don't know, man. She made it.
Did she make it? I guess those are vines.
I think they're just vines or rope. So they're building a bunch of more traps for the predator.
Boy Scout. And then Shane Black made the last Boy Scout like a few years later.
It's true.
No,
Also,
he was writing that screenplay during this movie.
The Last Boy Scout is like, I don't know, it's always like heralded as like a good classic action movie, but it's not my favorite.
I don't even think I've ever seen it. That's the Bruce Willis and Wayans movie, right?
Yeah, it's a good, like, at the time, I'm sure it was like a great crossover. I mean, we should rewatch it. But I remember, like, seeing it referenced a lot and, like, just, I don't know, like, good script writing, good, all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Well, script writing for, like, an action movie.
Yeah.
Not like a,
whatever. This isn't Shakespeare in Love.
Right. Like, it's not going to win Best Screenplay, but at the Spike Awards, it might.
Oh, you're right, man. This guy's constantly shaving. There
I
you
love
go,
the
Max
incest.
shaving.
Yeah, he's just always doing it.
But nobody has anybody else grown stubble?
It's his fidget spinner. Like,
What?
that's his thing. Like, he has to always be doing.
No, I know, but what I mean is Arnold and all of them, it doesn't really look like they're growing or they're a little bit, but I think he had that at the beginning of the movie.
No, I think it's just like an obsession. Like, he just has to keep doing it. And then he sees something. He pushes too hard.
I understand that, Adam. All I'm saying is in this movie, jeez,
Got himself.
Oh, God.
Carl Weathers is like, you crazy, man.
Now she just won't shut up. Like, at first she wasn't talking, and we didn't know she spoke English. Now she's speaking English and telling these stories about crazy things and strange things happening.
Her English is so good, I wouldn't be surprised if she's actually an English teacher.
It might even be like an actual accent she's putting on.
Oh, that's the other thing. Like, her little speech here, she talks about how it's the hottest, and that's why the predator goes to the jungle, is because it only sees in heat, so it's attracted to
Really hot places.
And then that also explains why they go to Los Angeles
In the second
one, because like it's the Los Angeles heat waves, and they're able to see. There's also in the movie they set up like there's a lot of gang violence going on,
Right.
like drug stuff.
But in this one specifically, if those guys weren't there, I guess the predator would probably went after those gorilla guys.
I mean,
It's just bad time. John McTiernan likes movies about people at wrong place, wrong time.
yeah, that's true. Although he didn't write this.
He didn't, but I don't think he's ever written any of his
No, I think
movies
he's
that
just
he's
like
done.
a director. Like he's just
I just mean like he's directed, he's done movies of just people,
right.
you know,
Right.
which is of course like John McClane's main thing is the guy's got incredibly bad luck when it comes
true.
to things like that.
I watched Die Hard in a theater last year. Like with a huge crowd of people. Like it was an old 35 millimeter print and everything. It was great. It was last Christmas.
It is a Christmas movie. Like I categorize it as a Christmas movie. I think a lot of people do. It's like, oh, what are your favorite Christmas movies? Yeah, Home Alone and Die Hard.
I would categorize this as a Christmas movie too, just because. No, I'm serious. Just because it's a movie you watch at Christmas, which is like what a Christmas movie kind of is, right? Like it's a
You
Wonderful
watch this
Life.
at Christmas.
Yeah, because it was usually on. Oh, they caught the predator in a net.
Did they actually?
Yeah, that's the predator in the net, and then it zaps out.
Boom! Explosions. Look at that. It's shooting some lasers.
And
Oh,
then smacks that guy. Have you ever seen Mythbusters where they show like if
the mud thing?
Well, no, if the wood could actually like dent the tank or something like that, like
What?
Star Wars.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like yeah, it can 100% do that. Oh, they see the predator for the first time. Carl
very-
Weathers sees it,
Mac is all.
and this is where
gung-ho.
Mac goes crazy.
Yeah, he's running off after him. Mac!
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
So this is like where Dylan is like showing like he's worth his weight, and he goes after the other only black guy in the movie. Look how ripped Carl Weathers is.
He's pretty ripped.
I don't understand why he has to have two guns.
Why not? You just put one on your back. It's easier to reload, maybe, if you kind of just swing it around on. Is it really like the fact that the two black guys in this movie are not dead yet? Is
Right.
really surprising for me, and
That's
especially in the
true.
time. Like they're usually known for dying very early on. I'm not saying I can like. You know, this is accepted. No, it's just it's become a stereotype in horror movies and these types of movies where,
Right, token black guy. But
yeah,
they sent a message. The writer died first.
that's true.
Shane
That's
Black
true.
died
Yeah,
first.
that's true. I mean, Shane Black didn't write this movie, but he was a scriptwriter, and I think
I
he
see
did
you're going to
help.
be a writer? Not anymore.
Yeah, he's
Well,
definitely
saying,
losing it
I'm
right
gonna
now.
have me some fun.
Yeah,
He goes full off the reservation.
yeah,
here.
full on cracks right there.
It's great. It's a great moment in the movie. I always thought that was great.
Because he wants to just go ahead and have some fun. Can't blame the guy for having some fun.
Like he just goes full off.
Having some fun. Okay,
I feel
the
like
way
it'd be
he's
hard
just
to like navigate with these two guns.
Yeah, Carl Weathers just walking around with two guns in the forest, and you could see he's kind of having a hard time keeping balance.
All I want to know is I'd be so thirsty in that jungle.
Has anybody even drank water in this movie yet?
I don't know. I'm just thinking like, I'd have heat stroke.
Well, especially Mac, man. That guy's losing water by the minute.
Yeah, it's just coming out of his forehead in beads.
Yeah. Mac.
So Carl Weathers is looking for Mac right now.
I feel like it'd be really hard to shoot two guns.
Oh. Put his arm around his neck. Shushed him. So
You can see him?
Mac knows where the predator is. He's looking out.
So, I mean, the predator's
can't
not
really see him,
completely
but you do
invisible,
see-
which is cool. It almost kind of looks like a distorted mirror or a heat, whatchamacallits.
Like a heat signature?
Yeah.
Oh, like a heat wave.
A heat wave. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it definitely holds up. It definitely, like, so far the CG and then the effects, the practical effects, everything just seems to really hold up to this day.
Yeah, no, it's looking good. The thing is, the predator, they don't know the predator can see them.
Mm.
They look pretty camouflaged right now, but they don't know the predator can see them.
Doesn't know they have heat vision. But, I mean, they don't even know if it's alien.
No, they don't know what it is. They just know they're in a fight. Mac, still sweating.
Sweats a lot. Maybe it's just him. Maybe, like, what I'm saying is maybe that this person, Bill Duke, maybe he just sweats a lot. Or they actually sprayed him a little bit more than usually. Like, you're going crazy. You know what? You should be a little
Spritz
wetter.
him down.
Crazy people usually tend to sweat more than normal people. That's a fact. 100% fact.
So he's hiding. He's doing some hiding techniques right now.
Do they show what the predator is seeing? Because this is almost like a funny.
Oh, look out. He's got his 3-pronged laser beam on his arm.
Oh, he definitely sees him.
He's got the 3-pronged lasers.
Oh,
and he blew his brains out.
Head exploded.
That's the other thing. Classic, like, Predator. It's got, like, 3 dots.
Mm-hmm. And now that the head seems to be pretty full for, like, the way they exploded the head, or it looked like the whole head just disappeared. And now we can kind of see
that's gross. His, like, leg's still moving.
It's gory, but it doesn't show too much gore. Like, a lot of it's just very...
It's enough.
It's enough, but it's not like... I mean, you do a Predator movie today, and the blood's probably going to be, like, you know, way overdone.
It's true. Arnold had a great line there where he said to leave the weapon because it didn't kill her because she was unarmed.
Right. Leave the cannoli, essentially.
What?
It's a Godfather
Godfather?
quote.
Oh, you made me hungry for cannoli.
I want to know one of those sandwiches. That's not even a catchphrase. I'm not even trying to be funny. I just those are really good
I just
sandwich.
want another sandwich.
Yeah, man. He's looking for Mac again.
The Dutch angle.
I'm guessing he just found him. See, like, his head's completely, like, you see his whole face.
Oh, that's the Predator using, like, the anytime. Like, he, like...
Recorded it?
Yeah,
Or
I don't know. Like, he can...
Mimic, maybe?
Mimic, like, pretty good. Because, like, in the second one, there's like, a part where it says, "Want some candy?"
That's
like this,
terrifying.
yeah, this, like, little girl is, like, saying it, and then he copies it.
I mean, they don't really explain too much about the Predator.
Oh, I love this part. This is when Carl Weathers gets shot. Like, he's looking at him, he sees his eyes, sees the laser.
Now
he's about to raise the gun. He's raising it up.
but it's not
Lasers
enough.
coming down. Shoots. Hits him. And it shoots his arm right off. But the arm is still pulling the trigger. I love that. And he's not, like, he's just kind of, like, hanging out.
He's in shock, man. He's in shock. There's no way you'd have time to grab the other gun. Like, your arm is missing. It's gone. Oh, and we just learned that he's got
Freddy
those
Krueger claws.
Oh. See, this Predator is just a full-blown mystery.
He's part
coming
Wolverine.
Up with these, yeah.
Part Star Wars. 100% alien.
A lot. Apparently, the look of the alien, like the garb and then the mask, was based off of something called Rastafarian warriors.
Really? Eh?
I don't know what a Rastafarian warrior looks like.
Just a guy smoking weed.
I don't know. See, that's what I thought. Like I thought that's what Rastafarian you'd think, but if they look like predators, man, that's badass. Like, they're the original. Look at that thing. Look at that. Is that a knife or is that a machete? Like, it looks more like a knife.
It's like a crossover. Like there's like the half van, half SUV kind of thing. It's like that, but for knives.
A machete. What?
So, like, how he cuts himself as like I'm not scared of you, but like it's like you clearly weaken yourself.
Yeah. You're clearly weakening yourself, going like, now I have pain in my chest. So if he hits me in the chest, I'm going to feel that more.
Dude, if I get scratched the wrong way, I'm kind of like...
Oh, yeah, a little paper cut. And this guy's not even flinching and just cutting himself straight up across the chest.
I'm calling in sick to work.
You work at home, Adam. Like, what are you doing? Leaving a voicemail for yourself?
Hi, you've reached the desk of Adam. I will not be coming in today.
You listen to it? That asshole. I knew he was faking.
Oh no, that other guy who looked like Shane Black without glasses.
See, that's what I thought too.
She picks up the gun.
It's cool that he figures it out. Like, Arnold figures it out that he's after someone who's not.
Oh, Arnold got his gun shot. This is the best part. Run, go, and then get the chopper.
There it is.
There it is. The classic line. Run, get to the chopper. Such a great line.
And now it's pretty much Arnold and then this thing for the rest of the movie, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think you see her ever again in the movie. I think she just runs to the chopper.
Well, let's find out in 30 minutes.
Doesn't that suck when you know how much time is left in the movie? Like, when you watch it on iTunes and you like, or whatever, Apple,
or any movie really,
like Netflix, and you just pause and you see how much is left. You're like, oh,
like,
I don't know how much is left.
If it's a good movie, you mean? Like, you'd want to see more?
Just like I don't care how long it is. Like, when you go to the movies, I don't like check my phone or anything. I'm just kind of like...
It depends. Depends on the movie. Sometimes you watch like really bad movies and you're just like, Jesus, how long is this movie?
Oh, Arnold came off the slide. You would be fucked.
Oh yeah. The stunt guy that did this actually either broke his knee or screwed up his knee when he fell.
That's actually a stunt guy falling too.
Oh yeah, and slightly out of focus.
Yeah, that camera guy must have got fired. We got the shot out of focus. Can we do it again?
Yeah, like I said, the stunt guy hurt himself really bad.
Arnold has had like the same stunt guy for like the longest time, right?
Has he?
I'm pretty sure. Like, it's this dude that like was always a stunt guy. Like, in Terminator, when like he jumps the motorcycle on that thing and it's clearly another guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's the same guy.
That's cool.
Arnold's almost getting drowned.
Using the same stunt guy over and over.
Just he kind of looked like Arnold. He would always have to like bodybuild and do shit to look like Arnold.
Yeah. It's a cool thing and a bad thing at the same time because of the fact that you got to keep in the same shape as Arnold. But I mean, there's padding you can do too. Just
Arnold's in the water right now. Not sure what's going on. Not sure why he's still alive.
Again, I mean, if the stunt guy only hurt his knee, it's completely possible for him to survive.
I mean, that's the other thing about these movies. It's like you realize just like he's basically indestructible at this point, right? Oh, this is important. He's coming up on the beach, and it's full of mud.
See, he's not like a regular, like those other heroes would just get off at the same thing. Like you see him full on like hurt, like he's done.
He's covered in the mud. Oh, the predator just jumped in the water behind him, so he has to crawl through the mud.
But you know what I mean? Like you can see he's tired. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's
Predator also able to go in the water.
Yeah, this thing is unstoppable.
It's a pretty cool shot. Oh, that was kind of cool. Those tentacles coming out. But the Predator's...
See, that must have been hard to do, especially in water.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty expensive VFX shot. The Predator coming out, though, like it's like his, I don't know, staying invisible technology is like fucked by water.
Yeah.
Which you think like an alien...
You think it'd be waterproof?
Yeah, they think they would have figured that out.
I mean, maybe it's by the same. Maybe they got it designed from the aliens from Signs who just don't like water at all.
So you can't see right now.
So, which of course mud it might do that at first, but the mud would warm up to your body so fast that.
Right. I don't know much about mud.
I know a lot. I'm a mud physicist.
Oh, he sees something.
The slight redness area.
He uses
which of course
lasers.
Oh no. That's the first time we actually see that laser thing.
It's true.
So that's the cool thing is throughout the movie is you learn all these new little things about the Predator, but his gadgets. Every once in a while something's learned. Like his claw things and the actual laser turret on his shoulder, and then later on you'll discover what he actually looks like under the mask.
That's true.
When I watched the movie, Alien vs Predators, I thought the Predator that's just what his face was until he takes it off, and I'm like, oh, there's a whole face under there.
Yeah. It's great exposition, right? Like you're learning. Couldn't see me. Why not? Because of the model me.
I mean, that would make the most sense, right? The mud. Now, apparently this movie was supposed to be more just Arnold versus the Predator the whole time.
Right. Like it's only like the last 20 minutes is Arnold versus the Predator.
Yeah, and Arnold kind of had a, you know, he's got a big influence on these kinds of movies when you're the main guy. Yeah. And he wanted more like an actual ensemble. He wanted a very Magnificent Seven kind of ensemble kind of movie, which brought upon the whole team and everything. But originally it was just supposed to be just him.
I mean, that could have been cool too, but I think this works better.
It works. It probably would have worked either way, but this one works well because it's less Rambo until the end. Like at least the other one would have been very... Right. I think too similar to Rambo,
but like this way, like you see the Predator as dangerous because it kills.
Exactly, it killed everybody else except for him. Now he's all alone, like shit.
No, that's true. And then it sets like him up as this badass that he's allegedly supposed to be,
because he's got nothing now. The guy is bare bones,
no gun, just. I don't know.
But I'm pretty sure that
sticks.
Those trap things, that's straight up from like I guess that's got to be a Survivor thing. Just spikes on.
I mean, Vietnam. I mean, a lot of guerrillas apparently made a lot of these cool things, but
I would not want to get hit by those things.
Some spikes and some sticks and.
So yeah, if you're not watching the movie right now, essentially Arnold is covered in mud and doing a bunch of traps in the jungle, like Rambo style traps.
Oh, was that the girl? He killed her.
Is it the girl?
Oh, I ripped out her skull.
No, I don't think
spine.
that's the girl. I think that's the guy from the tree. That's Shane Black. I think that's Hawkins.
You think that's like the Hawkins look like? So that's the other thing you learn about the Predator is that he's a trophy hunter. He wants like the skull and everything like that, which seems kind of like morbid here, but it's exactly what hunters do.
It's true. I mean, we keep the heads. I mean, I don't.
It's weird they don't keep just like the foot bone or something like that.
The what?
The foot bone.
Well, because the head, it's the prettiest part of the animal.
Guess so.
But I mean, he doesn't keep the head; he keeps the skull
Arnold's
and
like
the spine.
Bending this bow. This is super Rambo styles.
Oh, it's super Rambo. Like, now trying it out, yeah, that arrow is looking
Built
good.
like a longbow.
No, it's definitely you can definitely tell the influence of Alien meets Rambo right here, which is, you know what, it's cool because this movie doesn't take itself too seriously again.
No.
It knows what it is. It still has a serious tone to it, but you know what I mean? Like, that's the great thing about these movies. They know they're going to be fun. They know they're going to be entertaining.
True. He's building some type of a bomb right now with like this like
Leaves and what?
it's like a grenade thing. The Predator is like cleans a bunch of skulls. He's got a bunch of skulls attached to him, but he also wears this
Mesh?
yeah, this like mesh.
I know.
So the
like getting
Predator-
ready to go clubbing or something
Predator
in the 80s.
might be gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But
Nothing wrong with that.
He might be out like looking for predator love.
Or maybe he's just, you know,
killing
he's just open about who he is.
Maybe he's hot. It could be like a mesh thing. Seems like you'd be less hot if you're wearing it.
You'd be less hot?
Yeah, like you'd have that air, but you're
What's
still
the
wearing
point?
a shirt. Well, you can go to a grocery store. Technically, you're wearing a shirt. They can't turn you away.
So Predator just wears the mesh shirt in case he has to stop by the local space
Maybe he
grocery
needs some
store.
broccoli and tomatoes.
You know, he's got to make that human salad. No, he doesn't eat people. Does he eat people? No, he
I
just
don't think he
collects
eats
them.
the people.
So it's really, he's just hunting for
That would have
sport.
made it a little bit more scary if he did eat them, right?
Like he's hunting and actually eating the meat. Arnold.
If this movie was made by liberals, then he's got this big bomb. Oh, I know what he's doing with the bomb. He's letting them know where he is.
He's doing that Tarzan yell.
That's a pretty good yell. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a sick yell.
I don't know if I could do that yell.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, if I did it right
Wait,
now, I'd
I'll
probably
try it.
blow the... Hold on, let me do it when I'm not holding your testicles. Go. Here's that cool
I mean,
ass-
if we did a bunch of Mexican steroids, our yell would be pretty good too.
I mean, just any steroids in general. This, I mean, why limit ourselves to just the
this
Mex...
movie sold me on steroids. Oh, he lit it up. He's gonna blind him with the big
Exactly.
fire.
Yeah, you're blinding him with the heat so that he can concentrate just on that while Muddy Arnold's running around
With his big bow.
with a big bow.
His big Genghis Khan bow.
That's a huge bow.
That's a bow like you read about, bro.
That's a strong bow. I make the joke because I think that's what Adam's drinking right now. It just works really well.
The Predator's coming in on the kill right now. He doesn't know what's going on. I think the equivalent of a big fire to distract this guy would be like the equivalent of like a hot chick just like hanging out in the woods, just like, oh hey, nothing to see here, you know. And then meanwhile Arnold comes out and just like
Stabs
shoots
you.
a bow through you.
You'd easily be distracted by just a lady in the woods, just kind of running around going, nothing to see here, boys.
What's that? Oh, the Predator's right behind Arnold.
See? He called his bluff.
But he doesn't see Arnold.
Right.
'Cause
The mud.
He's covered in mud.
See, Arnold would have to have like his eyes closed.
He went right by him.
Oof.
But as we learn in the second Predator, that the Predator can see in a bunch of different visions if he
Yeah.
turns them on.
Yeah. So you'd think he'd be switching more and more.
Maybe, but I mean, like if like we just see through like.
But I mean, I guess
light.
the Predator just so far the heat's worked for him, so he's got no.
I think that's his like
reason.
primary vision.
Yeah, I just feel maybe he's got no reason not to.
So he's got these bows ready to go. The trap is set. Is he gonna do it?
Find out next time on.
The Predator.
No, we're just kidding. We're gonna continue.
He's got his big badass bow he built. He's firing a grenade right at it.
It's fine. Let's see if it works. Boom.
And blew him up. No, Predator's firing back.
You'd think he'd react a little bit more than that. Arnold was just kind of standing there when that thing blew up the tree next to him.
You got to have the second one ready to go. Predator's really throwing some serious heat right now. He's lighting up the jungle.
He's lighting it up, but those lasers aren't really cutting down trees, though. As you can see, they're just hitting the trees, but not actually see it. Just it hit the tree.
You think a laser would go right through?
Right
the
through.
Tree?
I mean, from what we saw to do to like human bodies, and of course, human bodies are not as strong as trees, but you'd think it would cut down a tree or two.
If I'm paying laser prices, I want laser quality.
Again, I don't think the engineers and contractors on these lasers and these heat, the invisibility technology. It's just not.
One of the Predator's technology things is not working as good. All that lightning that's on him too. That all had to be like hand rotoscoped, frame by frame. You mean sure?
Well, I mean, it's obviously not done practically.
No, we're just gonna electrocute you
just
for a little bit.
Well, I mean, you could technically
it's totally safe.
You can put them in like a whole mesh shoot, but you won't see the electricity.
No.
See,
the Predator's hopping down.
Is that when we see his face?
No, you only see his face right at the end.
The end, eh?
You just see his mesh shirt that he wears.
Yeah.
He's going to the club.
He's getting ready to the club. He just needs his trophy before he goes. Hey, guys!
Look what I did.
I killed these guys.
Killed these humans.
Humans?
Arnold's hiding underneath the log to stay out of sight of the Predator.
That takes some core to hold on like that.
P90X, bro.
Yeah. Well, survival. But I think I would die. Like, at a certain point, you're just like, I can't hold this amount of fat. My fatness has failed me. I gotta get in shape. In case of ever a predator was to
just
chase
in case
after
there
me.
is a predator.
That's the one reason to get in shape is, what if a predator came after you? Can you survive? Probably not.
Fucked.
Really?
Offer to make the predator a sandwich. He throws a rock. Arnold throws a rock to
Classic
distract him.
distraction.
The triangle sort of laser thing that happens look like it's going to be the like a low budge version of the Alliance Atlantis kind of logo.
Yeah. He's trying to like triangulate.
He's trying to triangulate stuff, but he can't see anything. The Predator's just blasting shit into the bush. Oh,
Man.
Arnold got a shot on him. Use a spear. He's got another spear
see
coming.
the blood
you
coming.
can see the blood.
So you know he's bleeding. You know he's bleeding again. Some more blood.
It's got some KY
It's
jelly.
good. It's good that it glows in the dark. I mean, it helps in the night, right? Like, I feel like that's one of the more important things that they probably thought of. Crap, how is he supposed to track him? Blood. Yeah, you can't see that in the night. Let's make it radioactive. Let's make it glow in the dark.
It looks like radioactive, like a cartoon.
Apparently, it really does. Yeah. It is.
Apparently, it was radioactive.
Well, what's up with alien blood? Why can't alien just be normal? Like the blood in Aliens, that thing is acid.
Right, like it just eats through stuff.
Yeah.
That's like Alien 4, right? When they have the aliens in that container, like, and they're trying to train them, but the one alien learns that if he bleeds out his or whatever his cellmate, he can just melt through the floor.
I know.
You'd
think you'd find something that acid would not go through.
It's acid proof.
I mean, it
doesn't exist.
It's the future. You'd think they'd have something.
Oh
for
shit!
that.
It's bleeding behind.
See
him.
what I mean? And you would not be able to get those types of shots if blood was just regular colored blood. The fact that it is glow in the dark
it'd be hard. I mean, you could probably do it.
It's cooler this way, but you think they wrote the blood? I think they wrote it because of the fact that they needed a way to track it. They needed a way to see it in the dark. So they're just like, shit, he's an alien.
Grenade. He blew up the alien.
Run, Arnold. Run.
At certain points, the alien does just look like a dude in a suit, you know?
Yeah. And Of course, they did such a good job so far of just showing little bits and pieces, right?
That's really the trick with those things back in the day, right? Like you just show little
for monsters
bits.
and stuff, yeah. So that you won't be able to tell, or at least you're not thrown back into reality, going, that's just the dude in a suit.
I mean, it's kind of like a lost art because now it's like because you can show like the best thing ever.
I mean, they've done that recently with like movies like Godzilla. I mean, yes, it's great.
Oh shit! Trapped him in his head. Now they're having a full-on fist fight.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've always hated, and I can't help it. But it's always the finale fight. Like everybody
Don't like
else,
it?
I just not in this. I just mean in regular movies, any type of movies. It's always like the bad guy versus the main hero. Always takes longer of a fight than any other thing.
What makes it so great? The Predator's just like looking him over.
I feel like he's way too calm after like he almost died. Like this Arnold almost
He doesn't
killed
seem
him.
to care about
No.
Arnold. I don't really remember this. Why he doesn't seem to care about Arnold now?
Like does he not
Like he's
see him
just
as a threat
stalking him?
anymore?
Like he's just like, dude, let's duke it out. Or
That's what I mean. Like now he's just gonna show him what he looks like.
maybe he's just like wants to show him the respect. Like
Maybe he
You know,
appreciates a worthy opponent. Maybe.
he's just like, all right, you showed me my face. I'm gonna take off my gun, and undo these like strappy things.
But you have to admit it's a little odd. Like it's a little weird for him to kind of just bare himself and be like, "This is who I am," like in front of this guy that almost tried to kill him like seconds
Maybe it's just
ago.
like an honor thing. He's just like, yo, he deserves my respect. He's got this like gross ass like
It's like bug.
quad vagina face.
Motherfucker.
This one ugly motherfucker. That's such a great line.
See, and that's where it feels like it's not a guy in the suit anymore because of that.
It's scary. It's like his face is super scary.
But I believe it. Like it looks more believable. No kidding. Oh.
I mean, the Predator really doesn't have like he's just got like a backhand. I feel like Arnold needs Carl Weathers now to use his boxing skills.
Yeah.
You know? Give him the old 1-2.
So I guess that's what it was. It's just like he was bringing down to his level and being like, all right, let's mano to mano, no technology, no weapons.
I feel like if you punch the teeth, it would hurt. But if you got underneath the teeth, it'd be easy to knock him out. You know, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of meat holding that on. You know,
Gotcha.
like if you hit him on the right angle, he might stab himself with the teeth.
I don't know. I don't know how he's seeing really. I mean, can you imagine fighting in the vision that?
I don't know, bro. I'd use my jiu-jitsu. I put him in a triangle hold.
Man, Arnold's just getting picked.
He's getting picked apart. The champ's down right now. I'm not sure how really well he'd do. That's right, Mike. He's got him in a great punch in the face hold.
Punch in the face hold, the classic move. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I guess that's what was happening. He was just like, all right, you don't have any weapons. Let's see who's the better man.
Mano y mano.
Yeah.
Alien y mano. So this trap again, John McTiernan setting up geography, setting up the trap that we know
he had originally, right? Because
before.
you're thinking, okay, we saw that thing, but we haven't seen it just yet.
It's like a classic action movie thing, right? In Commando, whenever like that pipe comes out and the guy gets like pushed on it, so like you set up that spot earlier before, right? And Arnold's down and out.
But that's the thing is the audience kind of forgets about it until just right there. You're like, right, that
he
thing.
bottlenecks him down in.
Exactly.
Right? This is a classic line. Come on.
It's the one part I remember.
Do it.
Come
on. The Predator sees what's going on. He knows what
He
it
knows.
is. It's great. So he knows, like, uh-oh.
It's a
Goes
trap.
around.
And now Arnold's just time to improvise.
He set up the other trap. That big log he's queued up. Give him the old surprise, Fred.
Oh,
Right there,
man.
dude.
Here comes the log and crushing the predator.
Fucking got him, dude.
Time for a, is he going to say a one-liner? Is it a line time? No line?
He's, but the predator's not
Oh,
dead.
it's not over. Okay, you can't say the line until the predator's full-on dead.
Was there an I'll be back in this? Do you remember?
I told you. The only thing I remember is the command.
No, I do remember from like the last hour and a half that we were watching.
No, there hasn't been I'll be back. At least I don't remember it being one.
Do you know who you wanted to play Barack Obama?
Who?
Schwarzenegger.
You wanted to play him?
Yeah, 'cause he's like, they're like, we're making a movie about presidents. And Schwarzenegger's like, I'll be Barack. That's a bad one.
I like the fact that he asks that questions after. Like, I feel like that's something he should have asked as soon as he took off the mask, because there was some slow time there, too.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a weird question to ask afterwards. And there's the
Predator's
final thing we
got
learn about
some-
the Predator.
He's got a bomb attached to him.
It's a bomb! Boop, 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 boop.
This is like Predator numbers. You can tell it's a bomb because it's counting down.
Yeah, exactly. It's counting
and
down
it's getting
slowly.
higher pitched.
Yeah, exactly. And he's laughing. That's a weird laugh for this thing
Yeah,
to
but
have.
he learned to laugh from them earlier.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, like he can mimic. That's what's awesome.
Super creepy. That's insanely creepy. Like,
yeah, it's a little creepy.
Like, it's cool. I'm not saying it's not cool. It's just
It's got some
insanely
electricity.
creepy. And then
It's got kind of like an old school seat. That's like that bomb is pretty.
yeah, that's the one thing that doesn't full on hold up complete. Oh, we saw the helicopter. We're gonna see the lady.
I don't
Did she
know.
make it to the chopper? Yes, she did.
So
Adam,
it wasn't her. So it was some other guy.
I told you. I'm pretty sure it was Hawkins. The skull he rips up because he was in the tree.
We see the general from before.
Ooh,
See that explosion?
yeah.
Although fake looking, looks like Hiroshima happened there.
And here we go.
The helicopter's coming in.
He didn't get to the chopper. The chopper got him.
The chopper got
The classic. I almost feel like he's walking away with a cigar in hand.
He's coming out like
There he is.
should be just smoking, eating a sandwich.
I feel like, right? Yeah, he's just eating a sandwich, having the cigar in a hand, and just loving it. I made it. It is dead.
I mean, wouldn't you just want to retire after that?
Right?
Go to Miami.
You've just survived alien attack. Like, I'm done. I'm calling it.
No, you might
quits.
want to go somewhere cold, like because you know the alien doesn't like.
But I mean, do we know that? Like, I know the girl was kind of talking about that earlier. But like, are you putting two and two together?
I mean, he might think that area of the world's inhabitable based on the fact that it's too cold.
Maybe. But yeah, like this guy's got like I want to see the movie afterwards of just him. Like in the second one, do they bring up?
That's the new Shane Black one where it's like him and he's like this crazy guy that thinks like nobody believes.
That's possible. Is it supposed to be a continuation?
I don't know. If I was writing it, that's what I would write.
That'd be cool. But like, how does the second one bring about it? Are they familiar with this alien in the second one?
It's just like
It's a whole other story.
Yeah, it's just like a Simpsons episode where it just starts and there's nothing else.
So maybe he never spoke about what
I
happened.
love this about the credits of this movie is that they have like they remember everyone like as if they're real people.
Yeah.
You know,
Shane Black.
Hawkins, Shane
And are they all laughing?
Billy.
Yeah, it's the classic like ha ha.
It's like you could play the na 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 na
Na na na na na na na.
like
Yeah, it's the opening of a sitcom.
Yeah.
You know, this is MASH 2.
and everybody loves Arnold.
Oh, he's not even smiling. Come on, Arnold, give us a smile.
Arnold, it's him.
Dutch.
And then they freeze frame on them and they roll credits. All right, so did you like the movie?
I enjoyed it. Yeah. Of course, second viewing of this, so a lot of things I didn't really remember much. I liked it. It's fun. The only thing that really stood out in the whole movie was that the bomb, when it exploded thing, was the only thing that kind of just felt dated.
Yeah.
But everything else, the practical, even a little bit of CG, I still think it holds up.
I mean, first time was great. I don't know. I watched this as a kid. I watched it many a time as an adult, and as a fan of like John McTiernan, I've always kind of dug this movie. I've always loved action movies and just cheese. I think it's kind of like looked down upon to like cheesy movies like this, but I think there's something to be said about just the way they're done, the style of them. It's exactly what it's supposed to be, and it's not trying to be anything else, and that's what I think I love about these types of movies.
It knows what it is. There are action movies that aren't fun, but they are kind of cheesy, but in a wrong way.
True.
It's just too bad, but because sometimes they're just taking themselves too seriously, which is the great thing about these kind of movies. They know what they are.
True. Arnold, pretty great performance. I mean, what you'd expect from an Arnold movie.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think I've ever seen like a bad Arnold acting movie.
As much as like this is directed by John McTiernan, it's like overshadowed by the fact that Schwarzenegger is in it, right?
Oh yeah, big time.
Even when like James Cameron directs Schwarzenegger in like True Lies, it's a Schwarzenegger movie.
It's a Schwarzenegger movie, exactly. And I love True Lies.
No one's ever like, let's go see the Tom Arnold movie. That's one we should do. True Lies is great. I love that movie.
All right? Then that's going to be. Let's do that one next.
Let's do it. Rolling credits here, but that was The Predator.
If you're just tuning in,
that was The Predator. I really gotta take a leak, so I'm gonna piece out of this. This is all just credits that I don't care about these people.
I know, but I mean, what are we supposed to do? Like, what if people want to like see the end credits? Maybe I should just go quiet the last like 10 seconds and then
it's just gonna end. It's gonna fade out with me saying I have to pee, and then like hearing this. Away.
I'll just add we'll add CG, not CG. We'll add special effects, sound effects of just you peeing in the background. Makes it more believable. You know what? I also have to pee.
Game over.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Lost Commentary, on Instagram at Raiders of the Lost Commentary, and like us on Facebook.
I'll be back.